Okay, S3. And what you're going to do for this task you're going to make a map to show how government policies affect birth rate and looking at pronatalist and antinatalist policies. And I'm going to show you how to do this. So you'll need to go to this website called MapChart.net. And when you get there, you shouldn't have to log in or anything like that. All you need to do is click on World and then go along to Simple Countries. So once you click on that, it will take you to a map, and you can use this for making maps about anything. It can be useful for projects at national and higher or advanced higher potentially as well. So it's quite easy to use. All you'll need to do is scroll down and change some options. What you're going to do to start with is you need to start selecting from the information you've been given in class countries, and you're going to identify whether they've got pronatalist or antinatalist policies. Remember, pronatalist are they want to increase the amount of births in a country, and antinatalist policies government has want to reduce the amount of births having in countries, and that can be whether they've got a high population growth rate or a low one. And there's lots of problems associated with both of these, in fact. What we'll do for an example is in the lesson that we've had, we've talked a little bit about lots of different countries. If we take Nigeria, or Niger as one example, what I'll do, first thing I want you to do is click on Show Country Names. That takes you to the map here, and you can see all of your country names. So one of the ones we wanted to look for was Niger, which is just there. And if you remember, it had a fertility rate of 7.24, and it was the highest in the world. It means that 7.24 babies are born for every woman in the country on average. So they have an antinatalist policy. They want to reduce the amount of births because that has an impact on the country having to provide more education perhaps for children or more healthcare. So what I want to do is I want to select red. We'll go for antinatalist being red as an example, and we'll call the legend government policy. Government policy on birth rates, legend options. We want to see the legend. That's all fine just as it is. So let's select that. We've got red as our color, and all I can do, I can click on Niger in Africa, and it's red. Okay. Now I've got that in. You'll see on here, I've got legend options, and I've got a label I can add. So we'll say that is an antinatalist policy. Antinatalist policy. I'll put a little hyphen in. Got that one there, and then what I'll do is I will select another color, and I'm going to pick a sort of green color, and we'll go for a country with maybe a pronatalist country where they want to increase the amount of births. And I can tell you for a fact Japan is one of those, and it's probably one of the best country examples we use. So I'm going to do the same. So there's Japan in green. Okay, their fertility rate's about 1.42. It was in 2018, and they've got a variety of policies to increase that birth rate, and that's kind of what you'll be looking at a bit this lesson. Pronatalist. Okay, what you're going to do, you'll just have the two colours like I've got, and you can pick your colours, and you should be able to work that out. And you're going to go through the list, and there's about 20 odd countries, or maybe a bit less. And yes, there will be countries where at one point in time they've had a pronatalist, and another point in time they've had an antinatalist. Just pick one or the most recent one for the colour update in that, and don't tie yourself up in knots about it. This is about identifying where places are on the planet a little bit as well, and about how to create a map. So it's developing some skills there, and you should be able to link those ideas up with some of the policies that these countries have. And I don't expect you to remember every single government policy, but to have an understanding of them is kind of the goal point of this lesson, as well as developing this map skill. So by the end, you should have a map with lots of the different countries we've got in that list, around 15 to 20. And then what you'll do is you can preview your map. Okay, so your map will be on the screen there, and then you can download your map when you're ready to do that. So your map will look like that. Government policies on birth rate, antinatalist policy, pronatalist, and you'll have lots of different colours. And that is part of your submission for this lesson. So you'll download that map by clicking there, and that should come down and in a file for you as government policy, and it'll be a PNG or image file, and you should be able to put that into your Google Doc and submit that, or just submit it as a picture. So if I open it up, you can see here's my limited map, which has only got 2 countries on it, if that appears, if it actually loads. There we go, it's loaded there. So you've got an easily readily made map. And you can do this for all sorts of things. It's quite easy to create or add more things to your legend and key. So hopefully that helps you. If you've got any questions about that, please get in touch with me and I can help you with MapChart.